What it do, my loves? This your girl, 5 Star Key, aka Kiara Clarice, and this is Mind and Body. Also, we got Kiara the Prophetess page. All these markers. All right, first, Lord, I place my life, my plans, my whole day in your hands. Guide my steps, my words, and my decisions. Let your will be done, not mine. I know that without you, I am nothing. Lead my thoughts, my choices, and my actions according to your perfect plan. From morning to night, guide me. Fill me with your Holy Spirit. Protect me from all harm. Renew my strength and remind me that you are always with me. I am blessed because all things work out together for my good. I am highly favored because the Lord is with me. I am anointed and given a specific gift to change the world. I am fearfully and wonderfully made. I am loved by God, and perfect love drives out fear. I am chosen to be the light of the world. I am taking authority of my life because I have been set free. I am an overcomer of all things, and the enemy is beneath my feet. I am grateful for my life I'm grateful for my life, and I live in victory. I am renewed daily. I will run and not be weary. I am humble because my strength comes from God. I am overflowing with love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control. I am purpose driven to fulfill my destiny here on earth. I am at peace because the plans are for to prosper me and not to harm me. Plans to give me hope and a future. I am forgiven because of love, and I have the capacity to forgive others. My health is improving each day. My body is capable of healing. I deserve to feel great each day. I am learning what my body needs and how best to take care of myself. My food choices are healthy and balanced. I love eating fresh, nutritious foods. I sleep soundly every night and it feels amazing. My body is well rested. My body is strong and fit. I am nurturing my body with good food, sleep, and self-care. I love to be active. I am so grateful for my body. I am energized and full of inspiration for feeling great. I am feeling better and better each day. My focus is on the positive. I give kindness and compassion to myself. I am resilient. My mind feels calm and peaceful. I make good decisions about my health. My immune system is strong. I am open to new ways to improve my health. I am supported and loved. Total health and healing is my reality. My lifestyle is healthy, relaxed, and happy. Good morning, my love. Look, my daughter left her, that's why I'm kind of trying to catch my breath and still trying to get a great morning message before I do anything else, because it's like my daughter left her badge on the table, and I'm getting ready for this live or whatever, and she was like, "Mom, can you bring me my lanyard thing? I'll just tell the bus driver to wait." So I'm like, okay. So I done ran over there to the bus. I literally had like what? I literally had maybe like 60 seconds to get over there because the bus was pulling up. And it's like a 2 minute, yeah, I had 60 seconds to get, well, hell, I want to say maybe 30 seconds to get over there. And it's like a 2 minute walk or run. You get what I'm saying? So I'm catching my breath. But, anywho, speak, Lord, for thy servant hearers. Grant us ears to hear, eyes to see, wills to obey, hearts to love. Then declare what thou will, reveal what thou will, command what thou will, and demand what thou will. Lord, I come to you seeking clarity of the mind. Please calm my restless spirit and remove the distractions of confusions that cloud my thoughts. I surrender my worries, and in their place I ask for wisdom and decisions, and I ask for your wisdom to guide my decisions. Fill my mind with your peace, which passes all understanding, that I may see things clearly and walk in your truth. In Jesus' name I pray, amen. From that which we fear, because I'm gonna pull some messages from this. I don't know what I'm gonna talk about this morning, and you know what? That's why I'm glad I kind of did it live, and I'm glad I put some Bible scriptures on here, because like I said, everybody learns differently. You get what I'm saying? Some people don't learn by listening to other people read stories of the Bible. Sometimes they read the Bible verses and they connect with the Bible verses, and then the Bible verses that they connect with, it will train them in a way of, obedience as far as like living in this earth. Then, because literally you got, then, okay, hold on. Okay. Then you got some that listen to what others say. You literally have a lot of people that just go off word of mouth and they never go off what is being done in front of them. You get what I'm saying? And I promise you, let me tell you something. That's why I don't believe in those type of people. I don't believe in people that go off of word of mouth of what somebody else says because they desire power. They desire control. So they want to try to dethrone somebody. They want to try to take your position from you and things like that. And then also while they're trying to dethrone you, and then it's like while they're trying to dethrone you, they're trying to learn you so they can be like, oh, I'm the person who deserves, and then it's like they set up here and just tried to study a person for years and years and years just so they can take and take. But yeah, this is my first cup of coffee for the day. I think I'm doing two. But anywho, so it says, this is a prayer for fearlessness because God does not give us a spirit of fear. From that which we fear, O Lord, make us fearless. O bounteous one, assist us with your aid. Drive for the malevolent, the foreman. May the atmosphere breathe fearlessness into us, fearlessness on earth and fearlessness of heaven. May fearlessness guard us behind and before. May fearlessness surround us above and below. May we be without fear of friend or foe. May we be without fear of the known and unknown. May we be without fear by day and night. Let all the world be my friend. Amen. Okay, so what it do, my love? What it do? Okay, so this is the topics. All these are great topics that we can talk about. All right, so let's see what kind of protective energy. It's memory. You know what? It's so wild because the other day I was looking at this card. Yes, it says memory. And then right after that, it says the pattern of confusion be buried in the name of Jesus. And then we got healing. And then healing of a past situation, protecting over home. This is John 1:5. And the light shines in darkness, and the darkness did not comprehend it. You know what? Okay, I'm going to talk about this just for a second. And then I'm going to talk about something else because I wasn't planning on talking about this. But it's like memory, right? The pattern of confusion be buried now in the name of Jesus. So it's kind of like, you know how people will try to distort, like they try to distort like either, fake family members, fake friends. They try to distort certain things when it comes down to your memory. And then that causes confusion. You get what I'm saying? That causes confusion because you thinking that, like, they told me that was such and such, and that person's supposed to be there in that place, and then you supposed to be there in that place, and things like that. Like, people purposely do things to confuse people. And the reason why is because guess what? If you're in a state of, what's a word for, I guess, non-confusion. If you're in a state of mental clarity, okay, is what I want to say. If you're in a state of mental clarity, always praying for clarity, always praying for mental stability, and always praying for understanding and truth and things like that. Guess what? It's like you healing certain things when it comes down to family and friends. I'm talking about a lot of healing. A lot. You get what I'm saying? Because you got people that have had it distorted views of a person just because maybe you could have been doing something that they didn't like, or maybe you could have said something and they took it the wrong way. You get what I'm saying? And I kid you not. I kid you not. It's like if somebody wants to, it's kind of like my love. If somebody doesn't like you, then it's easy for them to come up with something to be like, oh, well, I'm going to put a block in that person's path, or trying to get your family members and friends that close associated with you to turn against you. But guess what? That's why you have some people come into realization like, they're like, man, that person never did nothing to me. All that person did was trying to build their own business. All that person, you know what I'm saying? All that person was trying to do was, be who they were meant to be, versus everybody else trying to distort energy. Everybody else trying to confuse energy. That's why confusion is buried now in the name of Jesus. That's why a lot of healing. I'm telling you, a lot of healing, man. And then this one says, John 1:5. And the light shines in the darkness. Because guess what? You know how light shine in darkness, right? Like I said, like a lamp. It's kind of like somebody's bringing you truth. You know, because sometimes when you're in a dark space, it's like sometimes you don't know where the truth is. You don't know how to search for truth sometimes when you're in a dark space. But then when a light comes in, as far as the light sees what needs to be worked on, the light sees what is the light sees what has been like hidden. You get what I'm saying? Because literally, I was saying a while ago, everybody has these Bibles. A lot of preachers and ministers, teachers, evangelists, prophets have this Bible, but everybody has a different word that comes out of this Bible. And like I said, the Bible is not supposed to be distorted. The Bible is not supposed to be one-sided, one way, or one perspective. You get what I'm saying? Because it's full of metaphors. And that's what people fail to realize. They try to take it as far as, oh, sacrifice, so somebody got to get killed and stuff. Nobody has to get killed. It's a spiritual depth to what you like, what you used to know, what you used to do, what you used to believe in. You get what I'm saying? That's what the sacrifice is. That's why it says obedience is better than sacrifice. You don't have to sacrifice your kids. That was already done. You get what I'm saying? Like, all those things were already done. People be sacrificing their kids, their loved ones, and everything like that just for $1. When in reality, the real inheritance comes from God, the Bible. The real inheritance comes from a higher mindset, because I kid you not. Why do you think certain people sacrifice their family members and do all that weird stuff? They do that because they don't have any knowledge. Because like I said, it's wild what they do. These people, and I guess that's why they try to put a lot of burdens and a lot of trash and a lot of dirt on young children, because we don't be knowing, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes we kids, we don't be knowing what's going on. I'm talking about sitting in the back seat, because I remember all the time, Kennard used to say no shit with me, like when I was a kid. I'm like, and I'm always laughing about the shit because he's got a funny voice. And then I'm like, he's sitting up here saying no shit, no shit, no shit. And I used to wonder, like, what the fuck was he talking about when I was a kid? And then I'm like, I went to church, and then they used some word, and it's like they dumped a bunch of trash on children. They dumped a bunch of dirtiness, on children. You get what I'm saying? And then when we get older, we got to heal from what our parents or the people around us dumped on us. You get what I'm saying? It's like they dumped that. I guess that's that generational curse thing. You get what I'm saying? I guess that's what that is. When I turn around and think about it, because it's like, okay, so maybe one of my cousins that was, what it do, my love? Maybe one of my cousins in my family, or one of my aunties, uncles, or whatever, maybe they had a divine mission that they didn't fulfill. So maybe they dumped all that trauma and put all that weight on me as a kid, because it's like, you got to pay attention to what's going on. You got to see what they're doing and things like that. Good morning, my love. So therefore, like, once you pay attention and you recognize, guess what? You'll recognize somebody that's here to help you, and you'll recognize somebody that's here to harm you. You get what I'm saying? Because I kid you not, literally. And then I'm seeing confusion, and we got healing here as well. So it could have been a lot of mental what you call that? It could have been a lot of mental trickery in behind health. It could have been a lot of mental trickery in behind healing. It could have even been a lot of mental trickery in behind health, your past health or your current health. You get what I'm saying? Good morning, good morning. Good morning, Cornelius. But yeah, it's like, it just could have been a lot of trickery, a lot of mental trickery, a trickery in behind health. You get what I'm saying? You know how people are like, oh, that person's sick or whatever. But that also could have been like a demon or a witch with bad health, and they trying to put their bad health on somebody. And like I said, you have people like in generations before us, my love, that was going through mental things and probably have off themselves, or probably have gotten killed because they got lied on about their health. You get what I'm saying? The light shines, and the light shines in darkness, and the darkness did not comprehend it. Because I'm telling you, I kind of feel like that happened with me, as far as people was lying about my health and things, and then trying to make sure they block opportunities or block people from coming into my life and things. Because I kid you not, I have papers on my health. You understand? Like I don't be walking around with no itchy, funky, dirty, bumpy, just bruised up cat. You get what I'm saying? I don't be walking around like that. And I feel this energy. It's kind of like, you know how it's like they say like you're shaking your head and shit, but like I kind of felt it just a little bit. But I'm like, child, I don't be going around shaking my damn head. You get what I'm saying? That's how you know that be energy placed on a person. But anywho, like I said, so a lot of healing is taking place. So even when it comes down to health, right? Because you literally have a lot of people that will say, you're sick, you're sick, you're sick. But in reality, very much healthy. You get what I'm saying? I'm talking about very much healthy. But the pattern of confusion be buried now in the name of Jesus. The light shines on darkness. Because guess what? Like I said, if I would, because see, health is certain, like, I guess health for some people could be dark situations. You get what I'm saying? But if some people don't understand that, you know, sometimes all people need to do is go on a fast. You get what I'm saying? Like a 4-week fast or a week fast or a 3-day fast. Sometimes that's all people need. And then they'll be like, whoa, I'm starting to see better. I'm starting to feel better. I'm starting to maneuver better. I done got from this point of town, from this side of town to that side of town in like 5 minutes. You get what I'm saying? And it's like, because you could be focused on your health. Like I said, health is a great thing to focus on, because guess what? If you don't have health, you don't have wealth. Because guess what? You got to have a healthy mind in order to accumulate a wealthy mind. You get what I'm saying? No, and I'm not saying fast is good for the, oh yeah, you talking about, yeah, you're right. Fast is good for the body. I thought you were talking about something else. But yeah, but yes, shining light on health situations. Because like I said, sometimes people just need to drink some more fruit. People just need to eat more lettuce. You get what I'm saying? And I kid you not, you might even start feeling different. You might start glowing different and all type of stuff just because of that. Because that's the part where people don't want you to realize. People don't want you to be like, okay, well, if you want better health, you literally got to take the necessary steps to do that yourself. You get what I'm saying? Like, can't nobody sit around. Like, we can sit around here and say all day long, oh, you're fine. But, you know, you have to think that you are. You get what I'm saying? And then not only that, you know, especially if you're getting health checkups, especially if you're getting health checkups and they're telling you nothing's wrong with you and things like that. You get what I'm saying? And she over there, that dog over there making noise by herself. But yeah. All right. So now. Okay. All right. So now let's see, what am I going to talk about now? Because I feel like that was a great one about the memory, healing the past and things like that. Because you got some people, my love, that they have gotten lied to by certain people, and then they treated you a certain way because they got lied to. They got lied to or tricked and things like that, and then they want to, you know, they want to distort your life because they feel like, oh, they feel like, okay, well, if me and what's the call it is the same, and if I'm going through something and that person isn't going through something, then they have to force you to go through something because they're going through something, because they force themselves to connect with your energy. But it's like, child, you can't force, you know, like as a kid, you get what I'm saying? You can't force somebody to connect with your energy, and then just because the person on the quote unquote right side of the energy is fucking up, they want the person on the left side of the energy to fuck up too. And it's like, no. That's why, you know what? When I looked at that picture, I saw the whole right side was looking fucked up when I was a kid in the car. But then that's why I was like, okay, I saw that other message, and I'm like, oh, you know what? I put my ring on my left. I put my ring on my left hand. Because I kid you not, there's something about, okay, body detox for one. Let's see, what else can we talk about right now? Karmic lessons clearing. Okay, yes, karmic lessons are clearing. And the reason why is because you know what I feel about that is that you know how certain people leave certain doors open. They'll just leave certain doors open as far as like oh, if you broke up with an ex in, 2009, you get what I'm saying? And then your ex never said, oh, I don't want to talk to you anymore, or this is over, I don't hate you. You can move on with your life. I'll move on with my life. You get what I'm saying? They didn't properly give closure. And it's kind of like the karmic lessons are clearing because it's kind of like, now, I don't know why just joy comes in the morning. But anyway, it's just like, it's kind of like now it's like, I don't want to go back to no ex. You get what I'm saying? Like, I promise you, I don't want no ex that ever sat around and let people discredit me, take from me, belittle me, and just all these type of things. I would never go back to an ex for that reason. You get what I'm saying? And it's kind of like when it come down to closure and things, it's like I don't need an ex for closure anymore. You get what I'm saying? Like, I don't need an ex for closure anymore. And the reason why I don't need an ex for closure is because I'm healed within myself. I know how to detox my body. I know how to get rid of negative thoughts. I know how to make sure that I don't overthink about certain people, places, or things. You get what I'm saying? So yeah, it's a lot of karmic clearing. Even when it comes down to conversations, topics, and just people. It's like, my love, if we not focused on high vibrational conversations, then that means you trying to tear my mental down. You want me to think that these fake lovers is my lover. You want me to think that, you know what I'm saying? You want me to think that I'm supposed to be less than. You want me to be a bum just because y'all tried to distort half of my energy already? You want me to be a bum because you distorted my energy? No. That's why God protects my health and my mental health. Because I promise you, you got people that literally think just because they know what they were doing with my energy. You get what I'm saying? They know exactly what they were doing with my energy. And they know that they used, abused, and manipulated my energy for years. They know they did that. And they don't deserve any respect. They don't deserve any respect. They don't even deserve for me to partner up with them because they don't bring truth. You get what I'm saying? If you don't bring me truth or honesty, what's the point of me partnering up with you? What's the part of us being family members again? What's the part of us being, what's the point of us being cool with each other? When in reality, I'm like, okay, I know that person was using me. That person lied in my face. That person lied to get that person to turn against me and things like that. And I promise you, I don't want to be around nobody that listens to lies and then they turn around and discredit me, or you get what I'm saying? Or be wicked or evil or distant with me. You get what I'm saying? Because I kid you not. You'll always feel when somebody's not being genuine. You'll always feel it. You get what I'm saying? Okay. That is so wild. There's no alcohol. Body detox, no alcohol. Let me see what else. Because what did I just... Reveal what thou will, command what thou will, and demand what thou will. Seeking clarity of the mind. Remove distractions and confusions that cloud my thoughts. Okay, so that's what I just prayed for just then. Like, I love to say, because the prayer for wisdom and, clarity is kind of like wisdom, because it's like when you do have a clear mind and clear thoughts, then you're able to, really understand wisdom. So that's what I pray for. Then fearlessness. So body detox goes along with clearing the mind and distractions and confusions. What is your reason for doing this? The same reason that you commented. But anyway, what else? Guardian angel. Okay, it's kind of like doing this detox, getting closer to God. You'll see that it's guardian angels around. And yes, these are Bible cards. These are Bible cards, mental clarity. All these are high vibration. None of this is negative here. None of this is negative energy. All right. Okay, so what else can we talk about? I think I just wrote that one yesterday. Hold on, you know what? I'm going to, because guess what? I'm not going to let the enemy discourage me like they've been doing for all these years. I'm just not going to do it. I cannot let the people constantly discourage me and then make money off of my ideas. Like, I'm literally so over that. All right. All right, what can we talk about? Okay. Look, oh my God, that is so wild. Work out more. Child, what is... All those are the new ones. I'm trying to get some old ones. It says body detox, no alcohol, work out more, no meat. Can I eat eggs? 6 days. Okay. I'm trying to get a Bible verse. We trying to talk about my weight and stuff. We trying to talk about my weight and stuff. That is so well. I really wanted to talk about the Bible this morning. Okay, if I don't get a Bible verse, I'm gonna get upset and mad. Okay, I didn't get a Bible verse, so I'm about to get upset and mad. This is something. I think this is a chapter in the Bible, but I never read this one. Hold on, let me see. You know what? I'm gonna let this be divinely guided. Chapter 7, verse 9, because that's what I see. 79 here. I don't even know how to say this word. Did I even? Oh, excuse me. Philion. I don't even know how to say that word, child. Philemon. 1669. Let's see. I don't even know how big of a chapter that is. Oh, it's not a big chapter. Okay, so it's one chapter. Okay, so, oh, wow. It's one chapter, and we have 10 views and 11 likes. So I'm going to go with this chapter, Philemon. Philemon, is that what it says? And I don't even know how to say the lemon part. So Philemon. So Philemon chapter 1, verse 10 and 11. Okay, wow, that is wow. Intercessions. What is this word? Hold on, I gotta get the other phone. Because, wow, it was saying that which in time past was to the unprofitable, but now profitable to thee and to me. 11. What I say? Yeah, 10 and 11. Paul wants Philemon's consent for love's sake rather than his obedience. It was, okay, so somebody went to prison and something was converted during a prison sentence. And you know what I was thinking? I'm like, this world is so judgmental that everybody feels like they should be on the same page in the same Bible, the same chapter 11:11 as I'm speaking at. Oh no, all of the words of old. Well, I could say they only doomed you if they corrupted you and then you didn't try to combat what they were telling you. You get what I'm saying? Like, if you just listen to what they say, then of course you're doomed if you listen to what they say. But then if it's like, you know, that doesn't set real in my spirit, 11:11, as I'm saying that. Like, it doesn't set well with my spirit. So guess what? I'm not going to do certain things. I don't care about if it's a group of people, they believe in a certain thing, or they all connected because they have the same mindset. Cause see, see, one thing about it, it's good to not be connected with a certain group of people, because guess what? All those group of people want to have the same mindset. So when you're not connected with those people, it's kind of like you can see all those people for who they are because you're not connected to them. Because the pastor, I went to Bible study last night, and he was saying something in regards to being connected to people. But it's just like I said, if everybody else has so much negative to say about what I do and things, that's how you know a certain group of people only want to control. You get what I'm saying? They only want to manipulate and control and distort energy. And I'm not saying that's what they want to do, but that's what I've been experiencing when it comes down to biblical studies, biblical practices, and the men that operate in God. It's like they want to distort, they want to distort people's views of how women are or how women are perceived. Philemon. Philemon. Oh, Lord. Philemon. I was off, honey. I was off. Why they got an F right here? They got a Philemon. That's a P. I thought it was like Phil. But okay. Philemon. Okay. Philemon. Chapter 10 and 11. I mean, verse 1, chapter 10 and 11. Okay, so in Philemon, chapter 1, verse 10 through 11, the Apostle Paul appeals to Philemon to welcome back his runaway slave, oneism. Hold on, I need to pronounce that word. And people think you're slow if you mispronounce or misspell something. It's just like if we human, if you're human, you're supposed to look up something that you don't know. Because if you don't look up something that you don't know, then that means you'll go off word of mouth. You get what I'm saying? People be like, oh, that person dumb a little bit.
Looking at Julian's pronunciation guide, where we look at how to pronounce better some of the most mispronounced words in the world, like this other curious word, but how do you say what you're looking for today? A name from the Bible. How do you say it? Onesimus.
Onesimus. Oh, that's cute. I like
Here
that
are
name.
more videos on how to pronounce more confusing words and names too many mispronounced.
Onesimus. What does that mean? He begotten his bonds. Paul prays that Philemon's faith will work out in his intuition of what is good and right. Paul goes on to outline what is good in the rest of the letter. Paul wants Philemon's, okay, that's what it is, I think, Philemon's. Paul wants Philemon's consent for love's sake rather than his obedience. That Paul became the father of Onesimus while in bonds, meaning somehow Onesimus had been converted during Paul's prison sentence. Through the conversion of the power of gospel, a person who had previously been unprofitable had become profitable. Now living up to his name, Onesimus means useful. A runaway slave who was returned to his rightful owner would face a variety of punishments, including flogging, branding, chains, and even crucifixion. Wow. Paul implies that Onesimus' separation from Philemon, which was caused by the slave's unlawful departure, was encompassed within a gracious, providential, I never said that word, providential will of God upon his return. That's interesting. The Apostle Paul appeals to Philemon on behalf of Onesimus, a runaway slave who converted to Christianity under Paul's guidance. Oh, he converted to Christianity under Paul's guidance while in prison. Paul calls Onesimus his son, noting that while he was previously unprofitable, useless to Philemon, now he's profitable, useful to both. Oh, the crime that Onesimus committed was theft or embezzlement. And he feared the punishment for his guilt. So did he try to put this punishment on somebody else? You get what I'm saying? Like, did he try to put his punishment on some innocent people? Because I promise you, I appeal to you for my child. That's kind of like, you know how it's like they want you to help a person. Like, it's wild. It's like, you know what? When I was in Oklahoma, I had my tarot cards and I was pulling the message and I was like, somebody needs my help, but it's like, it was like God was saying my left hand, but it was like the spirit message that I was getting was that somebody needs your help. Are you willing to help that person? If you help, or if you're willing to help that person out, everything will be provided. You get what I'm saying? Like it won't be like a want or nothing. You get what I'm saying? Like it won't be a want for anything. Because God said that I'm going to help you guide that person. I'm going to help you put that person to where that person needs to be. But I need you. A partner. The principle to live by is demonstrating wisdom. Okay. I think I've been doing that. Demonstrating wisdom to carry out Christ's mission to the world. We must demonstrate wisdom toward all people. The grace of our Lord Jesus Christ be with your spirit. Amen. All Paul's letters begin and end with grace. And you know what? That's what I was saying a while ago. That was like somebody said, oh, somebody getting out of prison, but like, and literally that's another thing too about the memory. It was like somebody getting out of prison, but he's sick or something like that. He's sick and stuff and things of that nature. But it's kind of like, you know, sick with what? You get what I'm saying? Because a lot of people be like, oh, that person's sick, woo-to-woo, STD, but it's just like, people can be sick with more different things than STDs. You get what I'm saying? Some people don't even be sleeping around and they sick. You get what I'm saying? Like I kid you not. And then it could be, sick could be a mental thing. It could be and then that's another thing too. I'm not dealing with no men that got mental issues. Sorry about it, Charlie, but I'm not dealing with no men with mental issues. I cannot do it. Because guess what? That will distort my energy being with a man who got mental issues. That's why if a man ain't honest with me, if he ain't a truth teller, a truth speaker, a truth seeker, then I just cannot deal with him. You get what I'm saying? Have I ever read the whole Bible? No, I have not. No, I have not, and I will never lie to you about that because you got some people in this world that be like, I read the whole Bible 3 times, and they still don't get it right. They be like, I done read the Bible all these many times, and it's a lot. But it's like, if you read the Bible, then you'll understand that, you know, you'll understand that there's certain things in here that make sense. Yes. Acknowledging of every good thing which is in you in Jesus Christ. Period. Grace to you and peace from God. The big picture of Philemon, everyone who has repented of sin and come to Christ will be welcomed as a brother or sister, treated greatly and forgiven by other believers for past wrongdoings committed. And you know, that'd be so wild. That's why it's like when it come down to my spiritual dog bark transmitter. Yeah, I know they probably making them do that, but because I noticed it'd be a lot of like, especially on like the spiritual side, it literally be witches doing certain things like while you live and stuff, because everything is energy. You get what I'm saying? So with that being said, I kind of recognize what they do, and I just be like, you know. And it's like, you know what? It's kind of like food for thought. The book of Philemon is open-ended. What did Philemon do? Did he beat Onesimus, which is his legal right? You get what I'm saying? Because guess what? If he been doing a lot of wicked for a long time, then guess what? He was Onesimus, which was his legal right to make an example out of him before Philemon's other slaves. Did Philemon accept Onesimus as a Christian, but nevertheless keep him as a slave? You get what I'm saying? And that's literally how I feel. Literally. That's how I feel. It's like, why try to keep me as a slave, but then when they try to make me a slave that I don't want to be, and then when I start bucking on they, you know what I'm saying? When I start bucking because I don't want to be no slave, because that's not what I was meant to be. They wanted me to be a slave, and no, I'm not. When I tell you, hold on. Let me get ready for my jail picture. Because they trying to make me a slave that I ain't trying to be. They accept Onesimus as a Christian, but nevertheless kept him as a slave. So it's like, why accept him as something, but then still try to keep him as somebody of lesser value? But knowing damn well those Christians need Onesimus, maybe his knowledge or something. Maybe they needed his knowledge. Maybe they needed his insight. But then they didn't want him to kind of. What? Hey, what are y'all doing? What the hell? That was weird. That was weird. Like, but anyway, it's like, hold on, where was I reading at? Oh, right here. Did he set him free? We aren't told. What would you have done? Could you forgive and accept him back into your trust? But it's like, it's kind of like somebody that stole energetically. They stole a lot of things from you, so you couldn't succeed. And it's kind of like, would you accept somebody back into your trust and your household, the one who stole from you and done you so much wrong? That's a big, I don't know. I promise you, I don't know. Because guess what? Let me tell you something. If he stole from me, so they probably was stealing mail, stealing finances, stealing opportunities, stealing resources. You get what I'm saying? And then it's like, and that's another reason why God was saying when I was in Oklahoma, was like, would you be able to help that person? Because God knows I'll be able to help anybody in anywhere. You know what I'm saying? God knows that I'm willing and able to do those things. But somebody that purposely tried to harm me and my child, or put me in a situation to where I can't feed my child, I don't know if I'll be able to sleep next to that person. You get what I'm saying? I don't know, honey. I don't know if I'll be able to sleep next to it. Because then when I get to thinking about all the nights I was hungry, needed to wash my clothes, needed bills to get paid. You get what I'm saying? All the times walked in the rain and things like that. Like, child. Yeah, hell no. Because them folks did years of, you get what I'm saying? True karma queen, period. Let me tell you something. Guess what? I'm not sorry for what people done. You get what I'm saying? I'm not sorry about what people do out of their own selfishness and out of their own cockiness and out of their own arrogance. I'm not sorry for what they've done. Because guess what? They will literally miss out on me. You get what I'm saying? Like, I'm not missing out on them. I'm not missing out on anybody that tried to distort my energy, distort my path in life. You get what I'm saying? Trying to cause me or try to stir me in certain directions. Like, I don't be feeling sorry for those type of people. You get what I'm saying? Like, I promise you, that's why I don't feel sorry for scammers. I don't feel sorry for people who, because it's like, literally, when you think about scammers, what do they have to do? They have to continuously scam their whole life in order to remain wherever they was. Because I was watching this video, the other day, and this lady, she wound up doing something, and it's like she opened up a can of something, whether it was some spiritual thing or whatever, but it was like a little cartoon thing. But anyway, she opened up something. She went to like some witch doctor for something. And the witch doctor was like, okay, well, if you want that fame, then you'll never be able to close that door to those other spirits that are attached to whatever the fame was or the clout. So then her homegirl, that quote unquote, introduced her to certain people, places, and things. She started outshining that lady. Whether she knew she was outshining her or not, she probably didn't even know she was outshining that lady. But hell, she was a new face, a new energy, and people started gravitating to that person. And then the one that was there previously was mad, was like, I've been doing this for, umpteen years and woo 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 woo, and then here you come 6 months in, and you overshining me and things like that. That's why that lady canceled her business. That's why she went, I'm talking about grown lady, business lady, went behind the scenes putting hate comments. She make fake pages, grown older lady. She get online and she make fake pages, and then not me, because you know how they be trying to do. Like, not me. I don't be doing that weird shit. But like I said in that video, the older lady that was there for years started doing hate comments to that other lady, telling everybody all these bad things about her, making sure they set her up with certain things and videos and pictures so they can have quote unquote receipts to exploit or destroy the lady's reputation. And then it's like the lady constantly was telling on herself. You get what I'm saying? She was constantly telling on herself everything she done to that lady. That girl called her, was like, oh my God, like, why is people saying all these things about me or whatever? She's like, people wasn't saying these bad things about me at first, but then all of a sudden they saying these things. And then she called the lady, and the lady was like, you think I did that? You get what I'm saying? Like, oh, you think I did that? And it's like, she said, I didn't say that you did, but now that you saying it, did you? You get what I'm saying? She was like, no, I would, she was like, oh, but you know what I'm saying? It was a good little like story, because that's realistic. Like, literally, people do that to people. And then it be people that you literally respect the most. You'll be like, I can't believe her grown behind sat there and made a fake page and started commenting negative things under my post. Like, you get what I'm saying? Because sometimes, my love, as a mature woman and a mature adult, I don't be thinking to make fake pages just to comment something negative over somebody's page and things like that. Like, to me, that's child's play. Kids do that. And guess what? That's why certain people, they be, you might think some of those celebrities or those people they got big platforms or whatever, you might think they're real happy or whatever. But sometimes when they get a taste of that fame, and when they get a taste of that money, that's when they start doing all that reckless stuff, because they be like, oh no, I don't want you to get in that position to where you can have money and things like that. And then you'll be straight. You wouldn't need me. You wouldn't look at me for help. You wouldn't look at me for guidance. You wouldn't look at me for all these things. You get what I'm saying? That's why I kind of feel like those certain group of people tried to keep me down and they try to keep me steady because they want me to look for them. They want me to be like, oh, I need your help. But in reality, they need my help. You get what I'm saying? That's why they be so hell bent on trying to set me up with certain lovers and lie about this and lie about that, try to stalk me around town. They some straight up liars. But that was like a good that also made me want to always do things on my own. You get what I'm saying? That always made me want to do things on my own. It always made me want to like not partner up with people and stuff like that. And the reason why is because you literally could be partnering up with somebody and they could be attached to a whole other group of people that you don't even know nothing about. And their purpose is to stagnate you. You get what I'm saying? No matter how long they're like, well, we had stagnated this person before and we tied their energy up before. We did such and such to them before and they didn't know anything about it. But now that I know, I'm going to always use certain spiritual protections, certain tools, certain chants, and certain prayers to unbind and unwind myself every single time. Because I promise you, being in the energy of, you know, like you thinking that people are to be loved and trusted and respected, but in reality, they're there to spy, stalk, watch, and hinder. They're not there to really elevate because they don't believe in truth. And that be the thing. Because some of those men, they believe they're God. And they believe just because they can yes, oh my God. Yeah, some men believe that they're God. And some men believe that, oh, just because we can work together to lie to you or manipulate a situation, then you should be able to fall in the trap and be okay with it. And it's just like, but thou, O Lord, are the shield from my glory and the lifter of my head. And literally, I was at church one day, and I know I had to be around a bunch of enemies at this one people church because literally my head just kept doing like this, and I just was to the side, and I just had to keep putting my head up. You get what I'm saying? I just had to keep, you know, lifting my fucking head up and shit. Oh, and I'm sorry for the cuss word because I'm definitely, you know, working on my language. And then another thing too is that I notice people literally they do try to be like, oh, you connected to such and such or whatever. But it's like, I'm not connected to people that hate me. You get what I'm saying? Like, I don't even acknowledge people that hate me. You get what I'm saying? I don't recognize people that hate me. I promise you, I don't deal with people that hate me. I don't respect people that hate me or anything like that. You get what I'm saying? I don't respect people that want to be in my position. They want to take what's rightfully mine that I blood, sweat, and tears for, cried years for, prayed to God for. You get what I'm saying? And these people want me to be distorted and want me to be without. That's why, like I said, I don't believe I'm not connected to those people, and I won't connect with those people. You understand? And like I said, the reason why I won't connect and I'm not connecting with them is because they all work together. They have an agenda. You get what I'm saying? They have an agenda, and their agenda is against me. And you know what? That's why I do need to be laws of protection for women. Because see, some of these women, man, I'm telling you, be laying these niggas straight down, laying them down. You understand what I'm saying? And it's like, you know, it's so wild because it's like these people literally go around tarnishing, harassing, and belittling women. And then it ain't no rule if this woman shoot this man or she kill this man, you know, then she gonna have to go do some time in prison and things like that. But what about her life is in danger? That is a strong man. He literally tried to take her life, take her finances, take her kids, tried to take everything from a woman. And he deserved it. It's okay for him to be walking around this earth breathing. It's okay for him to be walking around this earth stealing money and finessing people and lying to people. It's okay for him to be doing that. It's okay for him to be stalking and not telling the truth about what he's doing. It's okay for him to do that, but it's not okay for him to go around lying and manipulating, but it's not okay for a woman to shoot and kill him dead because he's lying and stalking a woman. He's not telling a woman the truth about what he really wants, but he's trying to be everywhere a woman is. So is it okay for him to do that? It's okay for him. It's okay for them to put a woman in fear. It's okay for them to try to confuse a woman. But when a woman is fed up, then what? Then I'll be on Force 48 telling the whole truth about the whole situation. And then they still gonna try to be like, well, you did this, that, and the third, woo. Even though my hands are clean. You get what I'm saying? My hands are clean. I haven't killed anyone. You get what I'm saying? I haven't killed anyone. I haven't strangled anyone. I haven't did any murders or anything. My hands are clean. But anyway, it's just like these men that do that, it's like women should have a right to lay their ass down, especially when we got proof of it. Proof of the mailbox. Proof of the police abusing me in Oklahoma. The bruises. I'm talking about went to the hospital. Them people they never paid me for that or anything. Sounds like schizophrenic. Yeah, it does. Because I do feel like that's schizophrenic because it's like, if that man can't tell you the truth, you know what I'm saying? If he can't tell you the truth about what he really wants, why he's in your life, if he can't tell you the truth about that, then why is he stalking? Why is he bothering a woman? Because I know that some of these men, my love, some of these men, they quote unquote say they have all these options when it come down to women and things, right? But if y'all have all them options when it come down to women and stuff, and they can lie to those women all day long and those women ain't gonna say nothing. But yet, a one woman requires something so simple as just the truth. And the truth is like, these men would rather lie to you and give you money. They rather lie to you and pay your bills. They rather lie to you and put you in. They rather lie to you and do. You get what I'm saying? Like, oh, I'll lie to this person, pay their bills, pay this and pay that, pay that. As long as that person never asked me for no truth. You get what I'm saying? And it's like, so you paying to cover up lies, paying to cover up deception, paying to cover up deceit. You get what I'm saying? Versus, just sitting around having a great conversation or honest conversation. Like, you know what? I think we should do this. I think we shouldn't do that. I think this is beneficial for me. I think that's beneficial for you. I think that's your place in life. And I think that's my place in life. And I think, maybe we are meant to be together. Maybe we not meant to be together. You get what I'm saying? It's like life advice. Yes, it's just kind of like some of these men, they kind of feel like they're mature, but they're not even mature enough to bring the truth. They'd rather work hard and pay for lies. They'd rather work hard to pay for their lies to get covered up. But my thing is, my love, it's like, my thing is, it's like, why on God's green earth, why on God's green earth would these men literally pay for their lies to get covered up, knowing damn well when they run across a real one, them lies, they're not going to be able to pay for those lies to get covered up when they run across a real one. Be like, oh, that person set this person up, lied to this, got this person killed, but then that person expects for me to love them. That person expects for me to respect him after he tried to hurt me and my child. Taken out of me and my child's mouth for years and years and years. You get what I'm saying? Because it's kind of like a group of people will sit around here and say, oh, Kiara, you evil, you this, that, and the third. But in reality, it's like they have no proof about what they said. They got to come up with fake text messages, fake emails and things. You get what I'm saying? They have no proof of, they're like, oh, she's evil. She turned around and did this, that, and the third, and whatever the case is. But it's like they have no proof of that. They just going off of how they feel and they want to sacrifice. But I promise you this right now. If any group of weird men try to sacrifice me, they're not getting anything. I promise you. If they try to sacrifice me or my child, it'll be better off if they just leave us alone. You get what I'm saying? It would be better off if they just leave us alone. Because I promise you, they're not gonna get what they wanted for. They might get prison time. They thinking that, if they sacrifice you, they're gonna gain something. Hell no, if they try to sacrifice another person, they're gonna lose more than they ever thought they was gonna gain. Because that's one thing I heard too about this universe. It's like a group of people, they got to stop trying to say who has the right to elevate and who doesn't. You get what I'm saying? It's like a group of people, they have that type of, I don't know if they feel like they have that type of mentality. Oh, you don't deserve to rise right now. But guess what? As I'm getting older, I was been supposed to rise. I was been supposed to get out there and do my thing and show the world who I really am and my purpose in this world. But it's like when you got people playing with your energy, trying to distort your energy when they're lying, they're not paying for what they've done. They're not they haven't paid for all the damage that they've made. They haven't paid for all the lies that they caused and the confusion that they caused. They haven't paid for that. And with that being said, I would never help out anyone that caused me to further be delayed in life. You get what I'm saying? Like, I would never help that person out. I would never be attached to their bloodline or their energy. But anyway, see you later, my love. Y'all have a good one.